Okay, so I finished the first half up to row 56, and I fastened it off on the inside edge here, and I have 13 single crochet stitches at the last row. So now we're ready to do the other side, and we're going to count over 12 stitches from the edge, and that should give us 3 stitches in the center that we're not going to work into. So we're going to count over 12, and that's the one. And so that leaves us 3 stitches in the center, so I'm just going to make a slip knot here. And just going to join that. And then we're going to single crochet across up to the last stitch. So we're going to work 1 single crochet in each stitch up to the last stitch. And then we're going to work 2 single crochet into the last stitch. And that's our increase, and that gives us 13 stitches across for the first, for row 18 here. And then we're going to turn, and then for rows 19 to 56 we're going to follow the same steps as we did for this side here, for the first side, only we're going to reverse the increases and the decreases so that they they fall on the outside edge here, and the center will remain straight just as it is on the first side. So we're going to start at row 19 again, and rows 19 to 21 we're going to work in an even pattern. So we're just going to chain 1 and single crochet evenly across. Okay, so I finished row 21, and now we're going to work the single increase row, and we're going to turn our work, and we're going to do the single increase row, except instead of making the increase at the beginning as we did before, we're going to make the increase at the very end of the row. So we're just going to chain 1, we're going to single crochet in the first stitch, just 1 single crochet, and then 1 single crochet in each stitch up to the last stitch. Okay, and then we're going to work 2 single crochets into the last stitch. So that should give us 14 stitches on here now, and then we're going to work rows 23 to 34. We're going to repeat rows 19 to 22. So we're going to work 3 even rows, and then we're going to do 1 increase row. So we're going to do the 3 even rows where we're going to work I'm going to chain 1 and then work 1 single crochet into each stitch across. Okay, so now I'm down up to row 34, and I continue to do the 3 rows in an even pattern and then the 1 single increase row, and I made sure that all my increases were made along this edge here so that the inside remains nice and straight. So I just finished with a single increase row, and so now we're going to do rows 35 to 34, and we're going to work them in an even pattern. So we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to work 1 single crochet into each stitch, and we're going to do that for 6 rows, so 35 to 40. So we're just going to chain 1, single crochet in each stitch across. Okay, so now I'm done up to row 40, and I did my 6 rows in an even pattern here, and I ended up on the outside, and so now we're going to start our decrease rows again. And so we're just going to turn our work, and before, when we did the other side, we single crocheted across and then we made the decrease at the end of the row. This time we're going to make the decrease at the very beginning of the row. So we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to work 2 single crochets together over the first 2 stitches. So we're going to insert the hook in the first stitch, yarn over and pull through, and then insert the hook into the next stitch, and yarn over and pull through. We have 3 loops on the hook, and a yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. So that's our first decrease, and then we're going to single crochet evenly across. And that's going to give us 16 stitches on the row now. So we're going to turn our work, and we're going to work rows 42 to 44. We're going to work in an even pattern. So that's another 3 rows in an even pattern. So we're just going to chain 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet in each stitch across. Okay, so I'm at row 44 now, and I have 16 stitches across, and we're going to continue with 45 to 56, and we're going to do 1 decrease row, and then we're going to do 3 rows in an even pattern. So we're going to start with the decrease row now. Just going to turn our work, and we're going to do the decrease at the very beginning of the edge. We're going to chain 1, and we're going to 2 single crochet over the first 2 stitches. And we're going to single crochet evenly across, and we're going to work 3 rows in an even pattern, and then do another single crochet increase. We're going to continue that until we get up to row 56.